Hey everyone! I want to make an update about my pain because it's the perfect time to make an update because it's such a big change since I've been updating not that long ago. So, a lot has changed and I want to talk about that. So first of all, today I went to a rheumatologist for the second time, follow-up appointment. I had blood work last week to check if there was inflammation, to see if had any kind of arthritis, and I was able to look online at the results prior to the visit. But he pretty much just confirmed that there's no arthritis, there's no inflammation, there's none of that going on. So he diagnosed me today with fibromyalgia, which I've already researched and looked a lot into that, so that makes a lot of sense with the pain that I've had. Just widespread chronic pain, just my neck, my shoulders, going down my shoulder here, my upper back, my middle to lower back, my hips, my legs, my knees, just everything. Usually you would also have probably some pain in your hands. I didn't really have that. Occasionally I may get some like pain like in my joints here, but that's pretty much it. Also, usually would have like chronic fatigue, which I had. You would also have like brain fog, which I had, and just probably just a variety of other things. Like something else that has helped since I found a treatment, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Another common thing has to do with like circulation, and like sometimes you have certain parts of your body get like really cold, like it could be your hands or your feet, and that was something that I definitely noticed. Like my hands and my feet would get very, very cold, and there would also sometimes be like a loss of circulation, just kind of tingly at times, or even if I just like had my hand up, just like this for like a little bit of time, it would just begin to go numb very, very quick and easy. So there was just a variety of things that were just going on, that it was all normal to me up until I just started getting so much pain. Because I couldn't really sit in the car for very long, couldn't sit down and work for very long. I had the brain fog, which prevented me from working and focusing. And that's definitely all something that got worse this year. So, over the past few days, especially, probably over just like the past week, I've just noticed just how much better I am doing, because I can sit in the car for an extended period of time and not really have that pain that I used to have, like my stiffness and stuff like that. I can sit and work well. It's just amazing, which I'll talk about the treatment in just a minute here. But yeah, also what the rheumatologist said is that basically he said that for fibromyalgia that you really want it. There's really no medication that would be all that good for it. Like he pretty much said that the medication may be able to help a little bit, but it's really not going to do much. Which that's something that I've researched. Like I found like this article of these various treatments for fibromyalgia, and there's like it listed several medications and like forms of activity like exercise and diet and just a variety of things. And it said kind of like the clinical trial of how many people tested it, how many people it helped a lot, how many people it didn't help at all. And for the medications, like Cymbalta and Lyrica, I think are like the top two. They don't really work too well. They definitely can work for some, but for the majority of people, it seems it just doesn't help a lot. So that was definitely a problem because, as I said, the rheumatologist said that that no medications really work, and my primary care doctor wanted to prescribe me on a medication, and I was somewhat considering it. I wasn't going to consider the Cymbalta since that's an antidepressant, but the Lyrica was something I was somewhat thinking about to see if it could help at all. But he pretty much said that my insurance would not cover that, which I'm not going to pay ridiculous prices for a medication that is going to possibly not do anything at all. Besides, I'm usually one to go with more natural things, which is what I managed to find, which is what I wanted to talk about. The 3 treatments that I've been using that I think that they all help, but there's one in particular that helps the most. So I wanted to kind of show you here what I've been using. The first one here, this is amazing for inflammation. So if you have inflammation, especially if you have like arthritis, because that is inflammation, and this might really help. This is turmeric. It says curcumin here, which is technically the name of it, but it is turmeric, and what the ingredients have is if it'll focus. It may not focus, so sorry. But the last ingredient here, which is what's important, is this black pepper extract, which is what you want in with the turmeric, because it helps it absorb better and be more effective. So I take 2 of these a day. When I started taking it, I didn't really notice too much, which I guess that makes sense, because if my problem is not inflammation and this lowers inflammation, it's not really going to help all that much. But I think I'll continue on it just in case it's kind of taking that extra bit of pain off. So this is a 2-month supply. It's not very expensive, so it's pretty this is probably, it's good, but it's definitely not the best. Second treatment, which I think is one of the best treatments that I have, is a magnesium drink. I know a lot of people have asked about this. It's a powder. Here it is, Natural Calm by Natural Vitality. Basically, it's just a bunch of powder in here. You put it in a little bit of water, and you drink it. It dissolves in water, and it kind of, this is an unflavored, because it's like, who cares about it being flavored, you know? But the nutritional facts of this, again, I'm not sure if you can see it, unfortunately, because the dumb camera won't focus on it. But there's 2 tablespoons, 350 milligrams for 2 tablespoons. I'm sorry, teaspoons. And I take 1 teaspoon twice a day. Do it for lunch, and then do it in the evening before I go to bed. Like I already took it now, and I would say it helps quite a bit. So yeah, pretty good. I like it. Pretty it's not all that expensive either. It's fairly cheap, because this is 113 servings, so this will last you like about 4 months. Now on to the best treatment. This treatment here is CBD. It stands for Cannabidiol, which is from the cannabis plant, which is hemp and marijuana, which is why usually one of the reasons why medical marijuana exists, because of the CBD being helpful for pain. But this is completely legal. I don't have any kind of medical marijuana card to purchase anything. I don't have that. But Basically, this is completely legal to purchase, as I said, because it doesn't contain any psychoactive THC in it. In addition, it doesn't it doesn't come from marijuana, it comes from hemp. So it's, if you kind of put it on the same kind of level as like your hemp protein or your hemp seeds. So it's kind of something along those lines. But so this is CBD derived from hemp. So that's technically why it is legal. It definitely will contain a small amount of THC, just like the other hemp products will, but there is like a legal limit of how much it can contain before it would be illegal. So it definitely falls within that legal range. And the brand that I'm about to show you here, they have all on their website, like these, depending on what batch number you have, you can take a look at like the test to see how much CBD and the THC and all the other compounds that are in it per serving. And the serving is, let me just show you here. This is a concentrated bottle here. Again, it's probably not going to focus, so you just got to deal with it blurry. Here, can you see it? It's not going to focus, is it? I don't know why it doesn't focus. It's so dumb. I hate your camera. But anyway, this is Bluebird Botanicals Classic Hemp 6 times concentrated blend here. So this has the 6 times the amount of their regular. I never bought their regular. I bought one at the grocery store for a 2 of sprays. It had 1 milligram of CBD. This stuff here has about 1.5 milligrams per drop. So I really only use 1 drop about maybe like 5 times a day, which helps. So if I'm in a lot of pain, I'll use more drops than that. Like I've used 6, and that has just been amazing with the severe pain that I've had. The serving size is technically 15 drops, which would be, it says, about 25 plus milligrams of CBD. So that would only last you, it says, 60 servings. So if you take 15 drops a day, it'll last you 60 days, which, this stuff is extremely expensive. You don't want to be buying this every other month. This, take a guess. This is a 1 fluid ounce bottle. It contains 1,500 plus milligrams of CBD total in the whole thing. And each drop is about 1.5 milligrams of CBD. Okay, so just have that number of what you think it costs in your head if you have no idea how much this stuff costs. This costs, and I got this on sale, $120. I think it retails for like $150 or something. Extremely expensive, but extremely effective. Because as I said, this has been the most effective thing that I have ever done. And it's something that I just never thought was like even like legal. Because someone mentioned, like a few people mentioned like CBD. It might have just been one person mentioned CBD a few months back when I made a health video. And I think I looked into it and I was like, and it pulled up like marijuana and all this stuff. I'm like, can you legally purchase that? I was viewing all these sites and it was like, wait a minute. You can't purchase that legally, can you? It just seemed kind of fishy to me. It really did. I was like, But it was when, like months later, that I was searching on this health and supplement website that I've purchased some things from, and I did a completely unrelated search. I was looking for alternative to like fish oils for vegetarians and vegans, and for some reason it just popped up like CBD. I'm like, oh, you can purchase that on here, because I know this site was like a reputable site. It wasn't a manufacturer's website. And I was like, oh, So, and then I do plenty of research and I discover it, and I discover what the uses are. And then my grocery store carried it right before I was about to buy it. I'm like, oh, I'll just pick it up at the grocery store. So I got that, and that stuff was not as concentrated. It was a 1 fluid ounce bottle, but it lasted a little less than a month. because it was like two of sprays in your mouth was the equivalent of 1 milligram. So I did that a few times a day, and it was just like immediately when I first did it, I just started to feel better. I really did. I mean, it wasn't like it didn't take away all the pain, but after using this stuff for like about a month now or so, maybe a little longer, I don't know exactly how long I've been using it, but it's just amazing. It really is. It's just absolutely amazing. Now I guess the question is, if I were to have access to like high CBD marijuana, would I try that? Because you can get it in like a bunch of various forms. I think I would be open to trying that, but I don't know how I would go about getting it, because I think it would be pretty hard to be able to access that legally, because where I live, you can get it for medical purposes, which quite a bit of states have here in the United States. Not all of them, but where I live, you can. But I don't know how it's going to be different from this. I don't know if it's going to cost any different from this, because I know that it may be able to help more if there is slightly higher THC content in it. But I mean, if the CBD is really helping, then I don't know how mixing in a little bit of more THC is going to help. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely something to consider, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So if I were to like bring it up to my doctor, I can't foresee it happening until next year anyway, because of how long this whole process is, I think, to be able to get it from what I've read. So I don't know. I don't know. It's all I know is that this stuff is helping me now, and that's what is amazing about it. I also bought this cream from the same company, Hemp Sport. As you can see the cannabis leaf there. This has, in the whole thing, I think it's like 200 milligrams plus the CBD, so it's not much. But it's just like a little cream. This was $44 for a 4-ounce thing, but you use just a little bit. I only use a little bit when I'm in pain or in certain areas. And it does work, but it doesn't work long. Like, I put it on, it helps alleviate some of the pain, and then, like a half hour later, it's like stopped working. So it does help. I have not noticed it helping prevent any kind of pain, but it does help with some pain, especially since I'm a very active person now. I do a lot of working out. I do a lot of walking and running. My muscles are pretty worn out some days, so this has been able to help that. But again, it's not very long. So let's say, just the exercise that I've been doing has been helping with the pain. Just overall, as I said, thanks to the CBD, I feel like now I have like a life back, that I'm not being controlled by this chronic pain and fatigue anymore. Like I just feel just absolutely amazing now. I really do. I mean, some days are definitely worse than others. I still have pain. You can't fully get rid of that pain, but it helps make it manageable now, is what it is. And that's what it's all about, because I just remember just being in agony and you just can't do anything. You can't work, you can't function, you can't do anything. And that's why I kind of I'd had all this desire to work on stuff, and I couldn't do it because the pain was just debilitating, or because I had that brain fog that I just couldn't think at all. I was like, that was like nothing at all. And I still have that to a degree. I mean, maybe this stuff will help if I take a higher dose every time, but I can't afford any higher than what I'm taking, because this will last several months if I'm only taking like 5 drops a day, or maybe some days a little more. It'll last for several months, and I can't afford any more than that, and because it's so expensive. But if it works so well, it really is worth the money. It really is. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I just feel amazing. I really do. I can't express that enough. Just absolutely incredible. So yeah. Pretty much the only other thing that's really new with me is that I have recorded my next Iris Faye meditation. I think this is like my best one yet. It's, well, you know what? I'm going to keep that a secret. I'm going to wait for you to see or listen to what that is. I think it's very, very powerful. It really is. So I really need to like edit that, work on the audio for that, do the video for that, and hopefully that'll be up soon. Then I'll kind of switch back over to the Auto Master Style video and just kind of alternate between those two, because that's what's really been working, is it kind of gives me a diversity of stuff to work on. So I've just been really back into myself and working and not overworking, not overdoing it, which is what happened before. And just thanks to the treatments that I've been doing, I can work now. I can put in the effort to be able to accomplish what I want. I can do it. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about today. Yep. So, I will update you all if there's any more changes with my pain or whatever. So, oh yeah, that was something else. The rheumatologist was definitely very happy that this treatment's working. He said, you know what, you did the right thing. This is probably the best treatment. So he definitely agrees with that as well. So yeah, we will continue using that and see how things go. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you for listening to this. If you have any kind of experience with any of the supplements that I showed you, or if they helped you, or if you're going to look into it or try it, then definitely let me know. Or if you have any other suggestions about what to use. I don't know if I can really incorporate them into my life, since I've already found the things that work for me. These are the things that work. So yeah, just leave a comment, say whatever, just let me know. Okay. And I will see you all later. Alrighty then? Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.